Hello, welcome to Texas Lone Wolf MGTOW, your source for Red Pill Truth. I am going to say this once and for all, okay? Now, the title of this broadcast is called Open Marriage, a Recipe for Disaster. An open relationship, recipe for disaster. Listen, you get into an open relationship, open marriage, all right? You get into an open relationship, open marriage, I'm telling you, just go right ahead and try it. It's not going to end well with you. Do you hear what I said? It's not going to end well. Now, I'm just going to tell you, it ain't going to end well at all. I tell you what's going to happen. People's feelings are going to get involved. Okay? Feelings are going to get involved. Okay? And I'm over here going through some windows right now, and here it is. Anyways, Saint Godfather, supposed 2 years ago. Now, I 34th, my husband 33. Okay, relationships leaving. Now, so they got married. Let's see. Let me see. I'm trying to think here. So they're 33 years old. Both of them got married at 28 years old right here. All right. I 33, forced my husband 33 into an open relationship. Now he's leaving me. Well, first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and me and my husband have been married for 5 years. Okay, they got married at 28. Been married 5 years. 2 years after the marriage, his parents got in a fatality. Okay, car accident. He was depressed. Have been intimate for a very long time. Of course. Listen, women. Listen to me. Listen. Okay. If your spouse loses the parents, it can affect the marriage. I mean, listen to me. When you get married, did you honor those vows, or are you sitting here just worrying about your feelings, your emotions, your feelings? Listen. Put the feelings aside. Just look at your vows. Look at your other half. They just lost their parents. We have been intimate for a very long time. Well, listen. Men lose their parents. They take it the hardest. Okay? Men take it really hard when they lose their parents. I've asked me considering an open relationship is really hesitant. But after me convincing him, he said yes. To the wife that actually pushed for this was a very bad idea. This is a very bad idea. Then the person wrote, intimacy suffered. We have separate bedrooms, but my needs were fulfilled by others. Oh, you got your bedroom needs fulfilled by others. Does your vows even Are they even being considered? You see, feminism pushed this narrative, this little narrative right here, up on people, young people. Feminism pushed this narrative up on people and to destroy the sanctity of a marriage, sanctity of a union. A man and woman should be married, be one. You know, the man gave the woman his last name, right? Okay? There's got to be 2 funerals when they get married. In other words, the will of a husband's got to be the same as the will of a wife. Now we're going to read the next thing here. Fast forward to today. It came to me saying he wants to divorce, saying I put him into emotional stress and abused him mentally for my own benefits. I apologize to him for any pain I've caused him. He bust out tears. I tried to hug him. He wouldn't let me touch him. It said to me I manipulated him. So I don't have any problems in cheating on him. And said if he wants to end the open relationship, I'm ready to do it. Let me reread this again, okay? Fast forward to today. He came to me and said he wants a divorce, saying that I put him through emotional stress and abused him mentally for my own benefits. I apologized to him for any pain I've caused to him and burst out tears. I tried to hug him, but he wouldn't let me touch him. It said to me, I manipulated him. So I don't have any problems in cheating on him. And said if he wants to end the open relationship, I'm ready to do it. Okay. He said for the past 18 months he's been with this girl who is a psychiatrist at the hospital where he goes for therapy. I didn't know he was going there. She knows our whole relationship. He says he made realize that he deserves to be loved. All that crap. And I think he's being manipulated by her. I don't want to lose him. Listen, sweetie, I hate to burst your bubble here on this. You initiated this open relationship. You initiated the polyamory relationship. Polyamory relationship will end very badly. And the only people that are going to suffer in this, anyways, the people that are going to suffer, let me readjust my mic. Okay, the people that are going to suffer on this, right, are the children. The children are going to suffer. If you have children, they are the ones who are going to be suffering because they're minors. They can't sign documents in the sound mind of an adult body of an 18-year-old above or 18 plus, so to speak. So we got 2 adults right here, 33 years old, probably what, 35 right by now? They're probably already divorced right now because of this open marriage or open relationship. Open relationship will end in disaster. Listen, I know. Everybody got bedroom fund needs that needs to be met. Your hormones are raging. You know, you need to take a second look at the circumstances right in front of you and try to be understanding on this. Okay? Things go wrong. Things happen. So now Silver Fox, you know, made a commented here. You'll start to notice a pattern of all these women being entirely oblivious to their blatant wrongdoing, and almost inevitably they feign complete ignorance and never seem to get it when people explain it to them. Now, to the men out there, never open up to a woman because she will manipulate you. All women are like that. Even your own sister, your own mother, your own aunt, your own cousins. Even your own female friend will manipulate you. It's always just random trolls trying to get a rise out of folks by posting random BS, trying to make women look bad. No. So I'm just going to go ahead and say to this. Anyways. So I'm just going to go through here and now, Jesus, the poor man's up grieving the loss of his parents, and all she thinks about is sex. She's happily screwing someone right next to her husband while he's probably lying there hating himself not for being able to make her happy. Yeah, that actually does happen. And here's the worst part is, she doesn't mind cheating on him. It's like this. It's like okay, but like it said, cheater can't stand being cheated on and dumped. She don't want him. She just want to be the one in a relationship, dumping on her terms. Sorry, lady, this is real life. Shit happens, right? Deal with this mess you created. I mean, damn, he loses both his parents and you got needs. How in the hell did you get there from here? If my wife lost her parents, the last thing on my mind would be sex. Damn, dumb. Well, ain't that the damn truth? And somebody else posted. I don't know. I feel I have to disagree here there. I understand what you mean. Sometimes people can be manipulated into saying yes to something that turns out to be a whole lot worse, different than it made out to be, because manipulator either hypes it up being something great when it's not, lies, or leaves some details that even worse. If there were empty promises, yes. I just need to bring that out as well. So now someone named Bugatti put over here, said, well, if you want to F other people, don't get in that kind of relationship unless that other person isn't poly as well. When I get in a relationship and might ask for open, I'm leaving. She would be worth staying for that point. All I say is accept the decision and move on. Learn from your mistakes. Alrighty. And Ashamed posted here. So let me get this straight. You lose his family in response to demand an open marriage when he's weak. Yeah, when you lose your parents, you get your do-all, they knocked in the dirt, right? So I see no discussion on helping with his depression. You didn't even know he was going. All you came to bet whether you can find some um, bedroom fun. Did you check with him anytime to see how he's doing? A true loving partner would do this, right? All right. Did you get him into therapy? A loving partner would do that. Did you care how your activities affected him? Some people don't even get it. How much research did you do on infidelity? Some people don't. Some people think the other. Okay, let's see. The grass is greener on the other side. Well, why don't you take care of your own grass? In other words, let me translate that to you. Take care of your own damn business. Take care of your own backyard before worrying about the Jones's backyard. You see? You go, okay, the Jones's backyard is well kept, green. So why would you want to venture into that backyard? And your backyard is the one that needs work. Huh? So, women act out in the moment. Then when the damage is done, there's no going back. Yeah, to the woman out there listening to my video, if you married me and you push for this, I'm sorry, I have no revolving door. And there's no going back. So, okay. So we're going to go forward on this. What did you ultimately expect him to do? Continue to be humiliated by placing your peace sleeve in the wind? How many of your friends knew? How often did you leave him alone at night? His parents are resting in peace. So what do you tell your parents? Whoa, that's even stronger. You don't want to lose him, so you show him your love by casting it into the night. What did you do to help him? What do you do to show him your love and support? Well, now, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hop over here and show you how to close an open relationship, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and blow this here up, all right? Polyamory relationship is not a good relationship at all. In fact, I used to work with a nutcase that loved this polyamory relationship. She loved it. But I'm telling you, it ain't going to end well. All right. In fact, recent research by Lovehoney has uncovered that people have become more bedroom fun, explorative, and adventurous than ever. 1 in 4 people say that they would consider open relationships some kind of polyamory in their lives. So here it is. Often we speak about non-monogamy. Listen, monogamous relationship is pretty much healthy. It's like the baby boomers and the generations back in before World War I or World War II. All right, so to speak. So, anyways, You know, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this. You know, people can try an open relationship, but it's going to go badly. All right? And what if the other person don't want this? All right? Boundaries has got to be put in place. You need to close it. I'm serious. Because here's the worst case scenario. What if the female gets pregnant by the other person, but the child needs an organ transplant? The female's husband is not the match. He isn't the match. He can't donate. He's not a match. How fair is it to that child? Okay? So, closing open relationship is more common than you might think, okay? Alright? Someone named hairdresser 31, her husband shift manager 35 opened their marriage after 5 years of being in a relationship, 1 year after marriage, okay? And anyways, so anyways, things took a turn for the worse when someone got pregnant. She tells a lot, okay? Now, being pregnant made me want to close the relationship. This is what happens when you go exploring. Alright? Now, and an educator says closing a relationship can be complicated, but so is opening the relationship. The key is good old communications. A lot of your problems can be solved by communicating. Although she also goes to say, if both partners are down to closing a relationship, it's totally doable. You just got to be on the same page about it. Oh, get this. If one partner wants an open relationship and the other one wants a closed relationship, this is a recipe for disaster. As I already said, it is a recipe for disaster. And here it is. If you don't want to close it with a compromise they're willing to make, I think a divorce will have to work. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this link here in the description. Alright? And so what I'm going to do is tell you that workplace romance is a recipe for a disaster. You get it? And right now it's ongoing. So I'm gonna put these links in the description for you to check out. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and blow this up a little bit. All right. And of course, let me go ahead and reduce it. There's a career suicide right here, or career deletion. Sorry, I didn't mean to use that word. Those search for elusive work balance needs do no more than get romantically involved with a coworker. Nothing balances career deletion quite like a lousy relationship. So, yes, if a woman's going to work and then going home to her husband, she's serving two masters. She's serving two people, whether you believe this or you don't believe this. She's serving more than one master on this. And this is a recipe for disaster. Okay, I'm going to get into that in a very moment. Okay. All right. Now, we're going to go over here to where dating at work gives you both. Grandpa may have been wrong about a lot of stuff. Hard candy, author, Miller's segregation. But know how trendy, counterintuitive nonsense can erase the fact that Gramps was right when he grumbled. Don't SHIT where you eat. Did you get that? Someone also said advocates at work dating don't seem to forget it's work. As you're here to whatever, the waters don't need to be muddied, and they shouldn't be, because the unavoidable fact is that dating on a job is like taking on a stroll across a minefield. And believe me, office romance is happening right under people's eyes and nose, whether you believe it or you don't believe it. Okay, some people call people on the job work wives or work husbands. Then they go home and they have to service their other half, so to speak. It's just, okay, advocates at home dating seem to forget it's work. As in, you're there too. Blank. The waters don't need to be muddied. They shouldn't be. It's unavoidable. It's just like taking a stroll across a minefield. Every mine you step on blows up in your face. You get scarred with the remnants and reminders of the big no-no you just stepped on, right? Anyways, welcome. Just wanted to give you a heads up that, alright, office romance, bring it on, right? So, anyways, we're going to discuss this, okay? Whenever you date someone at work, you're bringing in so many complex issues into a dynamic. Says John, an executive career transition coach. It's just not two of you. It's all the other relationships that are affected by the two lovebirds. It interferes with the functioning of the workplace, and very few people are mature enough to manage those dual relationships. So yeah, if it's going to be a man or a woman, they got to service the work wives, work husbands, and they got to service the wives or husbands at home. Remember all those passages, Jack's autobiography, where he recalls how his dalliances with coworkers helped him land a CEO gig at GE. You don't, because they don't exist. The best case scenario for your career, if you date an office mate, is you survive unscathed. The worst case, right here, you can be terminated, you can be denied promotion, you can be transferred or reassigned. Certainly, if the company had a written rule forbidding social relationship between management and lower Echelon employees, says employment attorney Steve. The employee rights handbook. Everybody thinks, I mean, it is what it is, okay? But okay, there's no such rule. Guess what? They can still fire you. You can fight it, but that would be the only counterpunch. Especially, it's in all corporate areas. Still not convinced. We've seen the damage up close. One of the clients have a habit of dating our fellow workers and finds one a career arc has turned into a bell curve. Ooh, my goodness. It's been damaging to her professionally. She cannot seem to get involved with colleagues. The result is that she views someone who is easy. That is not a label to have attached to you professionally. Oh my goodness. So, anyways, now we live in a world where when people get married in real life to being a husband and wife, and they then turn around, they go get a job to help bring in some money, then temptations would come out and about. So the folks who dislike office nookie as much as management are co-workers. Did you know that? 21st century may only have eyes for each other, but the rest of the accounting gets resentful, not to mention nauseated. It's better to puke once at the office Christmas party than to spend every morning watching this pair play out in a cubicle version of Wuthering Heights, if you know what that is. Anyways, get the appearance of impropriety, especially when one person is in a superior position to the other. Says it creates friction. If a happy relationship affords you all these workplace advantages, just imagine what a breakup would do. Imagine when your BFF gets dumped, you have to deal with her over drinks, and two co-workers discover once beloved quirks are now pathological traits off of morale can hit Valley Forge levels, but quick. The probability is not going to work out, and you'll end up in a situation where it's uncomfortable for everyone. The love pundit who wrote Marriage and How to Avoid It. Anyways, the whole thing gives people anxiety. Pre-romance types of these relationships have a better chance of working out because the two parties know each other better than going to those hook up online. After all, would you buy a car without giving it a test drive? So we're getting into the nitty gritty. You know how stuff like that can actually end in a disaster, so to speak. Easy does it, Mr. Spock. What's missing is that chemical buzz of getting to know someone you really don't know. Do you see where I'm going at with this? Having to think on your feet and be the best you can be is the best thing for a human being. If I already know her is all comfortable, relaxed, not very sexy, so to speak. Plus, everybody's under a microscope at work. Not an ideal place to cultivate a hothouse flower that's in a relationship. Workplace romance can end a disaster, so to speak. It's like a little seed you want to plant in the ground and it'll grow. It's very fragile, delicate. You're doing this in an environment where you are in the fishbowl being watched, so to speak. Okay? It is not a healthy way to create a relationship. Not only that, you got the other victim, which is your other half that you just tied a knot with, all right? or you're in a relationship with, then you're going over here to the workplace, then you got to service that master or that person there. Well, ultimately, it just destroys the workplace romance is that you never get a break from the object of your affection. If you don't have a panic room, you'll be praying for the century because the only break you're going to get. Okay? I'm a big believer that space is one of the essential parts of a great relationship, okay? The problem with dating someone at work is you can see them at work, but you see them in the evening and you end up moving in with her, you get married, and never have the space to be who you really want to be, so to speak. Marriage is not recommended. So, in short, we should be different in a relationship situation than we're at work, he says. Okay, true, everybody knows successful relationship can start at work. The idea is unthinkable. People win Powerball jackpots too. Yeah, but what are the odds of people winning the Powerball jackpot? What are the odds? It's not very good, is it? So, success on the outlier, it would be viewed, advised on the contrary, like pride goeth before a fall. Now, while we were discussing the primary video right here, and I'm gonna put that in the description. Okay, now I want you to take a good look at this because the relationship dynamics. If you want a relationship and a healthy one, then you are actually really need to take a good look at what you want in life. And we live in a society where media is pushing the hookup culture, or the app developers are pushing the hookup culture, or also the celebrities are pushing the hookup culture. Right now, we got so many celebrities getting divorced left and right. Yet people are looking up to them for guidance. I mean, think about this. It ain't gonna work. 5 reasons why poor boundaries relationship are a recipe for disaster. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna cover this topic. And do you want to do whatever you can to keep your special bond intact, but you have no idea what marriage boundaries are or where to start? Unfortunately, so many couples have established stick to boundaries in their marriage that don't go awry. Let and take a good look at this. To understand a healthy marriage boundary, take a look at the 4 walls of your house. Those walls are structured to hold your life together. They hold your food, your bed, your possession, where you live, your life. That's a very good analogy right there. That's a very good analogy. Healthy marriage boundaries are the same as those 4 walls in your house. That's if you actually honor the vows, okay? Most people get married, they don't honor their vows. They're the things that support your marriage as well as it matures. To have a healthy relationship, one can grow and be fruitful. It's very important to structure boundaries that support it. Conversely, poor marriage boundaries can make the wall of your house weak and susceptible to damage and destruction. That you don't want. Healthy marriage boundaries come in many shapes, sizes, colors. All right. Now, you know, this should apply to everybody, whether you're married or single. Be true to yourself. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put this link to the description below. All right. So, anyways, I just opened that up for you. For many people, when they're married, they become less of themselves. Many people, men, women, take on spouse, friendship, hobbies, their way of doing things, and losing yourself and another person is a recipe for disaster. It's very important that all people stay in the same in a relationship. Because every healthy relationship based on truth, you're anything other than your true self, your marriage will never really be healthy. While it's also important you continue to respect yourself, you will be respected being yourself, by being yourself. By continuing to have your friends, to do your own hobbies, to have a career that you love and a healthy lifestyle that serves you. You wake up every day feeling good about yourself. Okay? And when you feel good about yourself, your partner will love you more because he or she knows you will be in your true self. Someone who is ambitious and smart, willing to take risks to get what he or she wants. So be true to yourself in a relationship. Okay, healthy marriage requires it. We live in today's society where healthy marriage is very seldom a thing to look at. Number 2, letting go of rigidity. I have a client whose new husband moved into a house that she already owned. Right away, had issues because it was her house. She wanted to do things her way, and it wasn't okay with him. So what do? They set up boundaries and around how things were done, agreeing each person would have some autonomy around certain things. So you probably heard that phrase, my way or the highway. That phrase has no place in a healthy marriage because there are two people in a relationship. Compromise is essential to maintain a balance and satisfaction. So it's important for everyone to be flexible in a relationship. Just like who's at work in your family. At my job, I told other people that they're a manager of that workplace. And I flat out said that I'm a manager of my motor vehicle that I drive. I'm the manager. I'm the primary owner and the manager of it. They looked at me kind of funny when I said that. So I just put my foot down. So embrace flexibility. Choose things that are important for you and your others to stay in a relationship that might benefit. Alrighty. Maintain mutual respect. That's another good thing to have. Most people like this. And a power dynamic needs to be kept. Okay, spend time apart. What's funny is some people just want to tell, when they go somewhere, they don't want to just go without the other half. And poor boundaries in marriage can be a recipe for a disaster. I'm glad I can cover these little topics right here. So I'm going to let you read these here on your own. And I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. Thank you for watching, and you have a good one, okay? And peace out.